What's going on, everybody? It's Craig with Rig Pro Custom Wash Systems Made Simple out of Salisbury, Maryland. I figured nobody really cares about seeing my ugly mug. It's all about the build at this point. So I wanted to show the progress that has been made on the skid. The pressure washer has been mounted with stainless steel hardware. We've got everything bolted down underneath, not going anywhere, and I made sure that I put the threads to the top. That way, if this is forklift for any reason, it wouldn't mess up the threads. You just have the head of the bolt down there, which is pretty flat to the surface there. So just a little forethought there. Again, when you're building these out, you want to think in terms of, if they're going to be lifted, you want to make sure that you're not going to mess up the mounting points there. So that is secure. Hose rails, of course, have been secure for a little while now, and went ahead and let me go ahead and jack this up here so we can get a little better view. I'm telling you guys, these heavy-duty lift carts are awesome. This thing has been great for this build. But we went ahead and got at least the head of the smart bypass bolted down. Again, we got two stainless steel bolts with stop nuts underneath. This definitely is not going anywhere. I didn't see the need of putting 4 in here just because, again, it's kind of overkill. Again, this thing is solid. There's no way that's going anywhere. So that is mounted. We've got our whip line on the back of the pump down to the back of the smart bypass, and we've also got our dump feed has been plumbed. So we have a 1-inch line coming off here with a 1-inch ball valve, and that will allow for to dump this tank and also to provide for hand washing or eye wash station, whatever you want to call it. And it's a pretty decent run here. I'd say probably a good 6-foot run of hose there. So that is all done. We've got the 55-gallon tank strapped and bolted through. We've got these heavy-duty lag bolts with, again, stop nuts, and the same thing on the bottom here. Same principle. We made sure that we put the threads to the top so that the head of the bolt is underneath instead of the threads down there. Really like these tank straps, nice and sturdy. It's a pressure fit. It just kind of cranks down on the top of the tank itself and provides a really nice solid hold, and it's clean too. So I like that, and it looks like it's going to do the job. Also have the filter system. This is a 3/4 inch stainless steel micro mesh filter. We've got that going into the top of our tank, and if you look ever so closely, you can kind of see the shadowing of the Hudson float valve in there. And if you were to draw a straight line across, so this tank is going to shut off right around at 45 gallons. So it's not going to allow the tank to completely fill up. Some guys may or may not like that, but again, from a professional standpoint, it's nice to be able to kind of set your hose and forget about it, walk away from it, and not have to worry about, your tank overflowing. Somebody comes out and sees your tank just spilling over and water pouring out of the back of your truck. It's not really a good look, and let's face it, for a lot of these communities, people pay for water. So to show that you're taking that seriously, that's a professional way of going about it. And really, ultimately, as long as you have water in the tank supplying your machine, you're fine. You just need that little bit of extra to be able to keep up. So it'll definitely do the trick, no problem. So that's pretty much kind of where we're at right now. I'm waiting on a few of those decent hose clamps. I want to be able to lay out some of the wires and even some of the hosing that's going to go up and into the tank for water and also for detergent. We've got our 3-way ball valve here we're going to use, to be able to switch from our downstream injector to be able to rinse that out. So one line is going to go into our water tank, the other is going to go into our detergent tank. So that's going to go somewhere along here with one of those hose clamps, which I have hopefully coming tomorrow. And then we've got an actual custom made little rack system I put together that's going to go on the back side of this hose reel, and that is going to go ahead and lower this back down here. That is going to house the actual box for the smart bypass. So the idea is for that rack to basically sit here, and that'll keep this box up high enough so that if you've got your tailgate pushed up, you'll be able to still see that flashing strobing light telling you whether you're rinsing or you're pulling chem. So yeah, excited about getting really close with this thing. Like I said, with a little bit of plumbing back here. We've got our Y strainer that's already got our barb fittings in it. We just need to make the connection between the two. And I'm just kind of holding off on that because I want to make sure that some of my other plumbing is put in and I can strap that neatly before I get in here and kind of make everything nice and solid. The only other thing too is the battery box is going to get tucked in back here, which I also yesterday picked up this beast, this 12 volt. This has 675 cranking amps on it. And technically speaking, you only need really like a lawn and garden battery for these, but I personally always like to put in a marine battery, and that way that also gives you the option if you should ever want to add a soft wash unit to this, like a 12 volt pump, you're going to be ready to rock and roll. You're not going to need to upgrade your battery. You'll already have what you need, and you're not going to have to worry about this thing cutting out on you, halfway through the day. The other thing too that's cool about this machine is that it does come with a 3 amp charging system. So it actually does charge the battery while you're operating. So that's an added feature to this unit. It does have a charging system on it. So pretty cool, excited. Like I said, it's coming along. I've got a little bit of work coming up tomorrow and Thursday, and I'm hoping by Friday to have all the other little miscellaneous parts. And if I can put together a nice solid long day on Friday, I will be dangerously close to having this thing buttoned up. So we'll keep you posted, guys. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Again, if you're in the market for a mini skid, house wash turnkey unit, give me a holler, 410-430-2893. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks.